You see, this is why J. Cole ran away and said sorry, because the way how everybody is jumping Drake right now is crazy. So Rick Ross just came out with a new diss track and sent it to academics for him to show, and that thing, he had bars. No.
Like the slippery soap. Yeah, I actually washed the car because I'm supporting my brother. I'm not just buying slippery soap. I'm actually using it myself. So, yo, just stay tuned to see Diddy and Rose wash the car. Whenever I'm in Miami, I need anything. And I mean anything. We can't even discuss it. The things that this man is capable of bringing to you. But believe me, he has Miami on lock.
Check it, y'all. Drake ain't playing games. He's straight up putting rappers on blast for supposedly getting down with Diddy. And guess who's topping his hit list? None other than Rick Ross. But hold up, some people are calling Drake out, saying he's got his own set of problems to deal with before pointing fingers.
Because they all have their little accusations with women and they don't want to start it. Like, there's no reason for him to remove the Diddy line with Ross unless he was scared that his own allegations was going to come out, because he originally had it in the record.
So here's the deal if you are not in the know. Drake and Ross are at it again, trading blows with their fresh diss tracks. And let me tell you, they are not holding back. Ross is throwing shade, saying Drake went under the knife and got some work done, including a nose job and a BBL. While Drake, on the other hand, is hinting he's got dirt on Ross for freaking off with Diddy. But wait, there's more. Word on the block is that Drake's just getting started. He's supposedly gearing up to drop receipts on all the rappers who were getting tangled up with Diddy and getting freaky for a paycheck. But here's the burning question. How does Drake have all this tea? And was he ever mixed up in Diddy's drama himself? Let's unpack this whole mess.
Drake done denied getting a nose job and claims that Rick Ross is just hungry because he is off that Moonjaro.
So Drake is currently beefing with everyone and their mother, including his longtime collaborator Rick Ross. The drama kicked off last weekend when Drake's latest diss track, Push Ups, Dropping Gimme 50, leaked online. Drake wasn't holding back, throwing shade at his peers, including Kendrick Lamar, Future, The Weeknd, and yes, even Rick Ross. And it was Ross who took the hardest hit because Drake decided to bring up Ross's ties to Diddy. Now for some background. Drake and Ross go way back, collaborating on numerous chart toppers over the years. But like any relationship, theirs hit a rough patch between 2015 and 2017. That's when Drake found himself in a heated feud with Meek Mill, who just so happened to be signed to Ross's label. Tensions were high for a minute there, but Ross spilled the beans in 2017, revealing that he and Drake had a heart-to-heart and smoothed things over.
Actually sitting down with Drake, it was really just
bosses having a conversation.
Yeah, we wasn't even discussing anything negative, because by the time we get in the room, there's so much other things going on that is already, let's get on some money. You feel me? But I had to just make sure we sat down to have some sort of understanding.
But fast forward to today, and it looks like this beef isn't cooling down anytime soon. So it seems like Drake caught some feelings when he realized that Ross unfollowed him on IG, right after Metro Boomin and Future dropped their collab album, We Don't Trust You, on which Ross is featured. So Drake decided to retaliate on a new diss track titled Push Ups, Dropping Gimme 50. And child, he didn't hold back. He threw some serious shade at Rose's age and questioned if he still has what it takes to drop hits solo. Drake raps, "Can't believe he jumping in. This man turning 50. Every song that made it on the chart, he got from Drizzy." But hold up, there's more juice to squeeze out of this drama. Apparently, Drake had some lines in the original version of the track that took aim at Ross and Diddy's relationship, but he ended up scrubbing it clean before releasing it. According to the internet sleuths, the original bar went something like this: "Can't believe he jumping in. This man turning 50. Every song that made it on the chart, he got from Drizzy. Worry about whatever going on with you and Diddy." Ew. Well, Ross wasted zero time firing shots back at Drake with his own diss track, Champagne Moments. And let me tell you, Ross didn't hold back either. He straight up called out Drake for allegedly using ghostwriters, and then he went for the jugular, bringing up those rumors about Drake getting some touch-ups, including a nose job. But wait, it gets even juicier. Ross dug deep and resurrected those whispers about Drake possibly getting some enhancements in the backside department, giving him the nickname BBL Drizzy. But you know Drake, instead of keeping it strictly on wax, he took the drama to the ground. Drake decided to post a screenshot of of texts between him and his mom, Sandy Graham, where they're joking about those nose job rumors. And then Drake went even further, accusing Ross of racism and throwing in a wild card, blaming Ross's behavior on diabetes medication called Mounjaro. Drake's mom texted him saying, "Ubs, the internet is saying you got a nose job? You look the same to me in the kitchen today. I can't believe you would get one without me, cause you know I always wanted one. Don't tell me you got those tattoos without me, and now this too." Drake then responded with a bunch of laughing emojis saying, "I would have got us a 2-for-1 deal if I went, ma. It's coming from Rick Ross, the guy I did songs with. He's gone loopy off the Mounjaro. He hasn't eaten in days and it's turned him angry and he's performing at proms for money. It's bad. Don't worry, we'll handle it." Drake also tagged Ross in the post and added, "You're one nosy goof." But despite Drake bringing up his connection to Diddy, it looks like Ross isn't letting this back and forth get him down. He hit back at Drake with a video on his stories, clowning him for releasing those texts between him and his mom, and throwing out jabs like calling Drake a white boy and big nose.
Oh, it's such a beautiful day. Me waking up from a nap, I just realized BBL Drizzy called his mommy on me. He shared their text messages between each other. Cupcake Drake, tell your mama you stayed out past your curfew, white boy. You wanted to hang at the park with the niggas, smoke weed with the niggas while we washed our old school Chevys. White boy, you got a Chevy, white boy? I doubt it. But anyway, big nose. Big nose. Boy, you had 25% body fat with a carved out 6-piece. Stop. We know what time it is. That was 40 bands. Stop. But tell your mama, well, in Miami, we say old girl. Tell your old girl she a beautiful lady. I told you that before and I meant that. But you tell your mama, white boy, you stayed out at the park too late. And you can't call her when you get in this. This deep to call your mama.
Y'all, you can't deny how unintentionally hilarious Rick Ross is. But hold up, let's dissect those rumors about him and Diddy, because this is not the first time we're hearing about Ross potentially being more than Diddy's acquaintance. So this Diddy drama recently took yet another wild turn that's straight out of a movie plot, when social media users dug up a 2018 interrogation video of former S-worker Jonathan Oddie, who was arrested for opening fire at the Trump National Doral Miami Golf Club in South Florida. Now here's where it gets spicy. During his interrogation, Jonathan spilled some serious tea that lines up perfectly with what Cassie spilled in her lawsuit. Like, he pretty much backed up Cassie's claims and then dropped a bombshell alleging that both Rick Ross and DJ Khaled got down in those rumored freak-off sessions with Diddy. And according to Oddie, Diddy sent Rick Ross to silence him.
Diddy sent Ross, which they good buddies, okay? They're gay.
Who?
Both. Diddy and Ross and Khaled, they're all gay. Okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross,
yeah.
and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I had with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters and I heard a lot.
But Oddie didn't stop there. He had a whole laundry list of wild claims about Diddy, claiming Diddy's in cahoots with something called the Bull, which allegedly is the black faction of the Illuminati. Plus, he claimed Diddy kept him as his personal slave and tossed him a fat stack of cash to keep his lips sealed.
Okay, they do satanic ritual, which is basically CIA mind programming techniques to their own family, kids, etc. They're in the group, and they bond that way. Okay, so they do pedophilia, they do animals, blood sacrifices, and everything in the Bohemian Grove. Okay,
Alright.
The Bohemian Grove. How do I know this?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How do you know this?
Do you know Sean Combs?
Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever you call himself
Yeah.
these days. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's part of what's called the Boule. The Boule is a branch of the Illuminati.
Okay.
It's the black people. Okay. I'm from Africa, so I'm not a racist. So I love black people.
Okay.
I had settlement with Sean. Okay. And he belongs to that agenda. That's why he's so famous, they land over contracts. It's these attorneys.
Now, as for Jonathan Audi's bombshell claims about Rick Ross and DJ Khaled supposedly being part of Diddy's FO sessions, well, believe it or not, Jonathan isn't the first one to hint at something like this. Years ago, 50 Cent stirred the pot by posting these side-by-side photos of Rick Ross and Diddy, where it looked like they were going in for a kiss, and Diddy rocking a pink shirt and hugging on former record executive Steve Stout. 50 wrote the caption, "I ain't saying nothing, but something ain't right, LMAO." And then there's this wild video making the rounds featuring Diddy, Rick Ross, and DJ Khaled. And in the clip you hear Diddy saying he can't even discuss what Khaled is capable of, while Ross is just chilling in the background, cracking up.
They told me this is sold out. I called Puff Daddy. He said, Kevin, where you at?
Yeah, and when I'm in Miami, when I'm in Miami, I need anything, and I mean anything. We can't even discuss it, the things that this man is capable of bringing to you, but believe me, he has Miami on lock. But this is the love affair, baby, it's a love movement.
Now, going back to Drake's new diss track aimed at Ross and other big shot rappers, word on the street is that Diddy's got more tricks up his sleeve, and he's allegedly planning to expose all the rappers who freaked off with Diddy. Drake himself is one of the rare industry men who still hasn't been accused of getting tangled up with Diddy, and he hasn't been named in any lawsuits against Diddy. In fact, Drake and Diddy had a beef a few years back, and rumors were going around that Diddy punched Drake over a song dispute. Diddy, of course, denied this and claimed it was all just one big misunderstanding.
What made you put hands on Drake?
I did not put hands on Drake.
Oh.
And I do not want any problems with Drake. Drake is, right now, that's all I got. That's all I have to say. He's putting in his work. I didn't do nothing to Drake. Drake is my friend.
What happened to the zero? So that was a total rumor.
Yeah, what happened to the beat, the 0 to 100? They said that was your record at first. Was there any truth to that? Even there was a clip of you at a club.
Yeah. There was a 0 to 100 was initially a record that was my record, and then there somehow that became just a misunderstanding because we was working with the same producers. Honestly, it was a misunderstanding.
But multiple eyewitnesses claimed that Diddy either punched or slapped Drake.
Although there was no footage of this, based on people that I've spoken to close to the situation, Diddy really did punch Drake in the face.
Oh, I got that call 4 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
I was laying in my bed, and my phone kept ringing. I'm like, why my phone keep ringing at 4 o'clock in the morning? So I go to look at my phone, and it's my dude, And they ain't, he ain't no just random guy in the club. This is somebody that everybody knows.
Right.
He's like, boy, you wouldn't just believe what happened. I'm like, what? Diddy just slapped Drake. Like, where?
Slapped or punched?
I heard a slap. He slapped Drake. He was like behind the scenes behind Club Live. I said, like at the back door. I'm like, get the you call you. But I knew it was real because it was 4 o'clock in the morning. But everybody know I'd be up because I gotta go do the Breakfast Club in the morning. But lo and behold, it turned out that it was true.
By the way, how typical that Diddy puts his hands on women and picks and chooses which men he gets into it with. Meanwhile, 50 Cent has been publicly calling him out for years, but he never dared to step to him. Anyway, Drake is allegedly still holding a grudge over that rumored slap or punch. And now that he's beefing with all these rappers who happen to be close to Diddy, word on the street is that Drake is getting ready to expose them all for being Diddy's FO partners. One fan said, LMAO, is Rick and Diddy? Never mind. And another one added, Drake be on to something. But what's your take on Drake beefing with the whole industry and bringing up Ross and Diddy's ties? Do you think Drake could be the one to pull out the receipts on these rappers and Diddy? Let me know in the comments and make sure you don't miss out on this next video.